I'm done with the sensitive, taking it personal, done with the black and the white, the wrong and the right. You hoping for change and miracles, I know the feelings they take.
The tundra may not quite be frozen, but it's getting there as we work our way through December. The radar today, however, is clear at Lambeau Field in Green Bay. Today, we've got a good NFC matchup on tap between the Atlanta Falcons and the Green Bay Packers. Zerline now. He'll handle the honors to get us started. And off we go from Lambeau. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
Here we go, here we go. Smith red.
They're going to start to drive here on the ground with Patterson. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30. Vision and speed, two of the attributes that you might say are important for a free safety, and we saw both in evidence there.
And sometimes all of your best laid plans of play design, your X's and O's, they can't always account for individual effort defensively. And this was one of those times. Just a terrific play to hustle over there and get the running back to the ground. And
he'll be upended at the 33 following a gain of 3. And guess what? It brings up third down. I think defensively you're okay with that. Here in the first quarter, he's going to get some catches, but they rallied to him quickly.
And that's what you count on. And I like what you just said. First quarter, can you do it all game long? They catch it, you tackle them, they go down on the spot. Because when you're able to do that, you don't give up big chunks of yardage after the catch. Now you put the offense in a position where every series they have to work hard to pick up first downs, and you tend to stall them out when you do that.
That one goes for 8 yards. Faced with their first third down conversion opportunity and able to punch it through and pick it up on the ground.
And to me, doing it on the ground sends a different type of a message than throwing the football. And, you know, let's face it, we've done a lot of games together. How often have we seen third down turn into an automatic passing down no matter what the yardage?
Yeah, and last thing you want, that opening drive to go 3 and out. You got everything scripted, lined up. Let's get some points on the board. They're able to avoid that 3 and out. And he tried to bounce it outside, but they'll stop him behind the line. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on first down.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
Second and 13. And complete to Drake London. And this is going to result in another first down as the tackle's made at the Packers' 45-yard line. They give him 17 yards that time as that'll move the chains. So into Packer territory now. Here's first and 10 at the 45-yard line. First and 10, it's Patterson. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up second and 5. Now back to throw. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a first down. Well done. That'll be marked as a 27-yard pickup. From the 13 now, they work on first and 10.
10 cycles. 52 blasters.
They'll give it to Patterson, and he stopped immediately there. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, second and 10. They'll look to throw here. Over the middle, complete. That's McKenzie. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with third and 1. It's safe to say the passing game has found a rhythm. He's now 4 of 4, but might need to be 5 of 5 to keep this drive going here as they face a third down.
And maybe perhaps you show a running play, right? Maybe a little play action here to go ahead and let him throw the ball downfield. I wouldn't get away from him flinging it because 4 for 4 already. I think he's got a good chance of picking this one up here on 3rd down.
On 3rd and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. And he'll take it into the end zone. Touchdown, Atlanta. Kyle Pitts hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season. And the Falcons have taken the early lead on the road here at Lambeau. The call is to go for 1 and kick the extra point. It's good, and that gives the Falcons a 7-0 lead. Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off. From a yard or 2 deep, here comes a return. And the decision to come out of the end zone is going to cost him 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 20. Rodgers will break the huddle and bring the pack up 1st and 10 at the 20.
26.
They'll try and start this drive in the air. This one swung out here to Jones. And he is brought down at the 22 after a gain of 2, and it brings up 2nd down.
Brandon, to me, what's important right here on this drive is for them to get at least 2 first downs. They've got to give their defense a chance to settle down and catch their breath a little bit after they give up a touchdown on the opening drive.
Meanwhile, Rodgers' throw complete here on target to Tunyon. We'll see what kind of mindset they have here offensively after giving up the touchdown on the opening drive.
And based on our time with them, prior to this game, I feel like they've got a good mindset going in. In fact, the discussion that we had with the coaching staff was, we may give up some points in this game, so our offense has to be ready each and every time to either equal or try and get us ahead and try and keep us ahead. This is their chance to respond to that first touchdown given up.
Shotgun now for Rodgers. And he fires one, but incomplete.
That was their first 3rd down try of the game, and clearly something was off in the execution of that play. Good news, they've got a whole game left to clean that up and start clicking on those key 3rd down throws.
That's taken on the 25. A good return there, call it 13 yards. And the Falcons will be taking over 1st and 10. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And, Charles, you look at these two teams, and these are those kind of litmus test games in the second half of the season that if you're a coach or a player, you can either really look forward to them or really dread them, depending on your point of view.
And if you're dreading them, you're not going to go very far in the playoffs. You need to look forward to these kind of games because here we've got 2 division leaders, both real contenders for the NFC title. And you're right, you love having easy games on your schedule, but you need some games like this to toughen you up a bit and ensure that you're ready for the shot.
Here we go. Striker, 3-3. Rope, 52. Black Ultra. Yellow, go. Green Jack. Set.
Back to throw now on 1st down. There goes a deep ball, end zone. And this one is incomplete.
There is something to a game plan with trying to keep a defense honest. With a guy with that type of speed, you do so. Send him deep, try and throw some air under it, and hope you connect downfield. On that play, they were unsuccessful.
And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again. Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Darnell Savage. And into the end zone, it's a pick-6 and a Packer touchdown. Now Greg Zuerlein on for the extra point. It's up and good, and we're tied at 7 here in quarter number 2. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line.
Here we go.
About set to begin their next drive. The Falcons offense at the line. Remember, they were just out here a moment ago through the pick 6, so we'll see if they can take better care of the football this go-around.
Yeah, and sometimes, partner, I think it's almost better that you just throw the pick 6 and you come right back out on the field. You're not over on the sidelines dwelling for very long. You're not hearing everyone say, hey, you'll get them next time. Hey, don't worry about it. All that stuff just goes right out the window. You're right back out on the field with a chance to atone.
And he'll be tackled at the 23 after a gain of 3. In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down. Third down, here's Patterson. And he's brought down short. 2 yards there, needed 4.
Now, that's a mountain of a man that just made that stop, isn't it? But he's more than that. This guy's nimble and quick. More than a space eater, he just made a great play there.
On 4th down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. 6-yard return after a punt of 48. And it'll be Packer football here. First down and 10. About set to get this drive started. The Green Bay offense at the line. And they, as mentioned, unbeaten to this point in the year. But you think this game, their toughest test yet?
I absolutely do, because to me, this is a good measuring stick game because they've been able to take advantage of the schedule. But here, this is another team leading its division with an eye on making a Super Bowl run. So this game is crucial.
So, Charles, you know, for this offense, we've been talking all year about how difficult it would be to run the table. And you gave me your chances early in the year. You thought maybe 25%. A few weeks ago, you thought closer to 50, but not quite 50. Now, here they are, 15-0. This is happening, isn't it?
I think it is, Brandon, because I do believe this team is too invested, too well coached to fall asleep at the switch now. And I think it ultimately benefits them to stay engaged all the way through the season because make it to the finish line, then they get the open week to refresh and re-energize. But if you get off the gas now, that can really hurt you come playoff time.
They'll try and run for it with Jones. And he will have first down yardage as he's brought down at the 41. Now the Falcons going to use one of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. Play action. Now it's Rodgers. He rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. And the Falcons will take over possession here up at the 44. So the interception there. And, Charles, I'd imagine that's something you can maybe live with in December, but not come January.
And I love how you make the distinction there. You're talking about regular season versus the postseason, the playoffs. Because
this is caught inside the 15. It's a big play there for Atlanta. 41 yards.
When they've needed a play this year, he's certainly been the guy to deliver it. As this season has gone on, he's been awfully consistent and sometimes spectacular.
Give to Patterson running to the right. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. He'll look to throw. And that'll be off the mark, too far out in front, and it's incomplete.
There's an incompletion, partner, and the struggles through the air continue because so far their lack of passing production has led to a lack of points.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. Over the middle, caught by London. And he'll be tackled right on the 10, well short of the first down. So 5 yards here, 5 on the play. And that's going to bring up the 4th down. The Packers going to use one of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. Koo knocks this one through the post. So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and he connects on the field goal there.
And what a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well. And kudos to you. You didn't jinx him.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. As the offense comes out here, Charles, maybe perhaps a bit more of a focus on the run game for this drive after tossing an interception on the previous one?
I think that's a good way to look at it and a good way to think about it, but maybe they get to it in a little bit different way, because after you throw an interception, you want to make sure you keep your quarterback's confidence high. So maybe give him a couple easy throws that he can complete and then get to the running game and try and get things settled down.
Yeah, and still in the first half here, a long way to go.
Yeah, 300. Yeah, 300.
On play action, it's Rodgers. Pass caught, it's Romeo Doubs. And he's going to be out of bounds right at midfield. That one covers 24 yards. It's a first down. So another on-target throw, and that last one, Charles, going to put him up over 5,000 yards passing out for the season, and that is not an insignificant number.
Indeed it is not, because this is not...
Got a man, it's caught inside the 10. And he's going to be pushed out of bounds inside the 10-yard line. It's a big play there for Green Bay. 41 yards. So it's first and goal, and a great opportunity to get that lead back before the break. Now Jones. And he showed some fancy footwork on the juke, but then quickly taken down. 5 yards, a good run there, and now second and goal.
And Brad, they went to a nickel defense, and that's a surprise this close to the goal line, because ordinarily you use the back end of the end zone, the sidelines as extra defenders, and you want bigger people on the field to try and help against the run.
And they'll get him down just shy of the goal line at about the 1. They've been denied touchdowns in the red zone twice already. Here comes third and goal. Touchdown, Packers! Romeo Doubs, a 1-yard touchdown reception as they have taken the lead. Zerline good with a PAT. And the lead is now 14-10. Now after the touchdown, it's Zerline. He'll kick it away. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And now with still more than a minute to go in what's been a tight game, you figure we'll try to see them move the ball downfield.
And remember, they get the kickoff to start the second half, so this is a golden opportunity for them to go down there and put up a couple of sixes back-to-back. What a momentum swing that would be.
Yeah, you might be able to get a 2-for-1 without ever even giving up the football. A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
I certainly thought he had an open look beyond the first down marker to his receiver, but they just couldn't connect, and that will send them back to the drawing board.
So the failure to connect on second down, that leaves them staring up here at a 3rd and 8. They're going to look to throw. And that will be incomplete. Not much going on this drive. Looks like they're going to have to punt it away, CD.
And right now, I know a lot of their fans are screaming for the OC to change things up, get away from what he's been calling. Sometimes you just need better execution of the plays that have been called.
Fielded at about the 28. A good head-down running on the return. Gets about 15 yards. And that will come the offense as they take over. About set to get this drive started. The Green Bay offense at the line. And with great starting field position and a couple of timeouts at their disposal, they'll certainly have the green light here. This will be caught downfield by Moore. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. 39 yards the distance covered on the catch and run.
Already over 1,000 yards receiving this season. That catch is just going to add to his total. Certainly not resting on his laurels. He's trying to continue to gain as many yards as possible and continue this big season.
On the out route, Dobbs brings it in. And he'll be out of bounds about a half to a full yard shy of the 5. A solid pickup of 12 yards, and now they're knocking on the door. To throw is Rodgers. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
On that snap, he's the hero of his defense after the play he just made. A one-possession game, and his hit kept it exactly that.
Now with 5 seconds left, not really enough time to run another play and then stop it. So on comes the field goal unit. Zerline's kick is up and through. And that moves him up by a touchdown now at 17-10. So a capper there to a pretty good first half.
And I love the way that they put a chokehold on the clock and pretty much drained everything before they put the field goal on the board as they headed into the half.
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And they'll have time for one play. There's 2 seconds on the clock. And he's going to lose yardage, not that it matters, as the final seconds tick away. So we've reached halftime here on New Year's Eve. As we send you down to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gordon. The final 2 quarters of the NFL regular season are upon us as the second half of Week 17 is underway. From a yard or 2 deep, here comes a return. And he'll be out of bounds here, a yard shy of the 25 at the 24. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. This offense set to begin the third quarter. And, Charles, if they had a checklist of things they wanted to accomplish in the first half, certainly at the top of that list would be having the lead, and they've got that here. That's always the most important box to check, isn't it? But also, they've had some success in their passing game, so probably an empty box establishing the run. They're on pace for fewer than 100 yards in this one, so now they want to make sure that they get that going so they truly have a control in this ball game, and down the stretch, being able to be balanced, either throw it or run it, and try and win this ball game. He's got a man on the crossing route. That's Moore. Just his second catch of the game so far. This one moves the chains. And that's a more than acceptable read right there because it's zone coverage, so timing is everything. This time he waits for his man to come open, puts it right on him, and they pick up a first down. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
Over.
Here's Rodgers to throw. Again, he finds Moore. And he'll be tackled on the other side of midfield at the 46-yard line. And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful you're losing playing against a good quarterback like he is to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good point you just brought up. So maybe if you still want to play...
Now look out, Rodgers lost the football, and the Falcons grab it. The 20, 10, And nearly a touchdown as they finally stop him down at about the 3-yard line.
Hey, whatever happened to the days of just getting a fumble recovery? Everyone's into taking it the other way and trying to create points themselves, aren't they?
Well, they are, and now a terrific opportunity inside the 5. And he's going to get this back to the 3-yard line and no further. They'll go again from the 3 here on 2nd and goal. And he will take it in for a Falcon touchdown. Desmond Ridder, a 3-yard run as he kept it himself. And the Falcons take the forced fumble and convert it into 6 points. Koo able to connect on the extra point, and that will level the playing field at 17 all. So a tie ball game here as the kick's away. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And no alley to be found. The coverage was solid, and he's dropped at the 18. About set to get this drive started, the Green Bay offense at the line. And their lead has evaporated in this 3rd quarter. It's tied once more as they begin with a 1st and 10. To the 22-yard line.
Well, they're hoping that the second half is better for him than the first half. They've got to find a way to get him going. He's a big part of their offense.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. Again, it's Jones. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. Now they're going to be dealing with a 3rd and 7. Is that one officially a loss of 1?
I think it's pretty evident. We can say what a difference a week makes. Last week, he ran pretty much wild, didn't he? Did pretty much what he wanted to do. But this one, they've stopped him cold. That, to me, that's good scouting and even better execution.
Yeah, and they stopped him behind the line right there. They obviously watched the tape a few times and made some adjustments. A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete. Here's Pat O'Donnell now as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. He'll look to set up his blockers. A very good return there. Give him an even 20 yards. And it will be Falcon football. About set to begin their next drive. The Falcons offense at the line. Well, the football changing hands here as this offense takes the field. Charles, they'd be fine with more of the same on this upcoming drive. Last time out, they found the end zone for 6.
And they're certainly hoping for more of the same, but the game plan, I doubt it'll just be a carbon copy of the last drive because I think this offense is ready to break out some new wrinkles and try some new things that might be hidden in their playbook. They want to use that confidence to its advantage while also keeping the defense from anticipating what's up next.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. A play-action fake. They'll look to throw. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Partner, what we're seeing so far is the defense is certainly coordinated. Both levels doing their jobs in tandem. The back helping the front helping the back. The pressure got home on that last play and forced him to try and throw through contact and short of the sticks.
They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on 2nd down. He'll drop to throw. He sets to fire deep and unable to connect. Incomplete. Well, give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down. The Falcons send out their punter as he'll come on to kick this one away. Averaging over 50 yards a punt so far as this one's away. This is taken around the 12. That'll go as a punt of 34 yards that time. And the Packer drive will start from deep in their own territory with a 1st and 10. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And our game's hit a little bit of a lull here, a little bit of a snag. Punts on back-to-back drives.
And old-school coaches don't necessarily mind that. Didn't turn it over, right? Didn't create a big play for the other team. Right now what you're looking for is can you gain a touchdown?
I think it's fair to say there's nothing that gets a crowd to its feet quite like a big play, and that was something special there. Boy, was he moving.
Zerline connects on the extra point, and they will take a 7-point lead. Now after the touchdown, it's Zerline. He'll kick it away. About set to begin their next drive. The Falcons offense at the line.
Charles, a very uninspired effort the last time we saw them out there. It was a quick 3-and-out, then they punted the football.
Yeah, and you never want to get stopped so soundly during a series, but what would be even worse now is letting it happen again right here. They've got to get going. If you're in the offensive huddle, you're smiling after that play because you've certainly got them guessing now. 2nd and short, could they just hand it off for another big gain, or did they take advantage of this spot to take a big shot downfield?
And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled.
59 yards on the ground for him now as he's done that on 15 carries.
A CD a lot of times like to separate speed and quickness, and they've got a back that's both. We know that he's fast in the open field, but man, his first step is so quick too.
It is something, isn't it? Because you think of that type of speed getting to the perimeter and turning upfield, but also when you run those inside runs, he can get into the secondary so fast the linebackers don't have a chance to react.
On 2nd down, a run with Patterson. Well, they nearly sprung him that time as he takes this all the way down to the 37.
So into Packer territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 37-yard line.
Black Ultra. Green Jack. Blue Striker.
They'll set up a throw. And this is caught inside the 5. And they do get him down, but not before he's able to slip it inside the 5-yard line. Better than a 30-yard gain as we wind down towards 30 seconds left in the quarter.
They'll run with Patterson.
And this one will wind up with him losing yardage back to the 4-yard line. And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time has run out. Line of scrimmage, again the 4-yard line. 2nd and goal.
He'll try again. And not a whole lot there as they'll get him down at about the 2.
For a couple of plays, this Green Bay defense is held strong. Now it's 3rd and goal.
Patterson.
Well, he's not going to get there. That won't even be close. It was blown up in the backfield. Tough sledding. They lose a yard there on 3rd.
That was a huge play on 3rd down. So now what? Do you go for it? Do you trust your offense? Or do you want to put on your defense to try and get the ball back? Me? I'm going for it right here.
They'll come out in the pistol. And he's not going to get in. They stop him at the 1. They're turned away on 4th and goal. And the Packer defense stands tall down by the goal line. In a design QB run in that spot, maybe trying to catch the defense off guard a bit. It didn't work, though.
Again, we're seeing that college influence come into the NFL. Quarterback run game on 4th down. We didn't see that very much in the previous years in the NFL.
No, seeing it more. Saw it there. Did not work out. Turnover on downs. And he's able to get this across the 10 before being taken down. They needed some breathing room. He gave it to him. 11 yards and a first down. Here's Rodgers.
This is caught. It's Christian Watson.
And he's able to get this one all the way past the 30. An excellent pickup of 20 yards. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
On first down, Rodgers. Now on the run. He'll throw it back deep over the middle. This is caught inside the 15. It's a big play there for Green Bay. 66 yards. So first and goal, 6 points here would go a long way toward wrapping this one up.
Jones is in. Touchdown, Packers. Well, that was a quick drive. The passing game set it up, and then the running game finishes it off.
And how about how few plays it was to get it done, but they threw it downfield and then pounded it into the end zone. And as a former defender, I can tell you, it hurts just a little bit more when they run it into the end zone instead of throwing it.
Now after the touchdown, it's Zerline. He'll kick it away.
This fielded right at the goal line. And able to get this out to the 25. About set to begin their next drive. The Falcons offense at the line. They've got some stuff to build on from that last drive because they moved the football, CD, and then they tried to go for it on 4th down, didn't convert, probably left a bitter taste in their mouths.
I would say so, and I think that they go out in this series determined for that not to happen again. In fact, they don't even want to get to a 4th down opportunity. They just want to make sure they get it done within the parameters that they've set for themselves. Run their offense, get it into the end zone. Yeah, I think a little bit of determination and a dash of anger.
The offense on 3rd down, lacking much success, just 2 for 7 to this point. This is 3rd and 10. To the left side and complete for Amari Cooper. And he's going to be brought down short of the first at about the 31-yard line. The Packers going to use one of their timeouts. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter.
Here we go.
So following the holding call, what can they do here on 3rd and long?
6, 7. Green.
They'll drop to throw. Going up top. He's got a man. Complete.
And they're going to get this to about the 44-yard line.
And in a 2-score game, obviously, every play, every 3rd down, like we saw there, magnified. Big pickup.
It was a huge pickup. What they really want, though, is to not even get to 3rd down. They've got to maximize time and conserve as much as possible.
They'll look to throw now on 1st down.
Into the hands of London. And he'll be brought down inside the 40-yard line.
second down. Here's an option right. And he gets it down to the 32. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. They'll set up to throw.
And that nearly a turnover, but it's incomplete. Well, fortunate to retain possession there. It's 2nd down.
It sort of looks like they still have some fight in them on this series because it seemed like things were headed for the red zone. But this defense gets 2 more stops. They can keep them out of that area.
A shotgun handoff to Patterson. 5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5.
They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks.
Out of the gun now on 3rd down. Toward the sideline. He will have the 1st down. Good catch. He was able to keep the feet in bounds. He'll look to throw.
That's going to be caught by Pitts.
And out of bounds all the way down at the 3. 18 yards that time to push him up, 1st and goal. Working the sideline there. Good route, good catch. 1st down, and he gets out of bounds.
Now you have to like the play call because you have to run some guys down the middle of the field to draw some of the defenders away. They can't.
And he is into the end zone for a Falcon touchdown.
Desmond Ridder
with his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon.
And the Falcons have made it a 1-score game again here in the 4th.
They get 1 more as the extra point's up and good. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter.
Falcons 24.
Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off.
And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. About set to get this drive started. The Green Bay offense at the line. And this game not quite over yet. And we'll likely see them take all 3 timeouts defensively, so they can't just kneel this one out. They're going to have to try to run a few plays.
You're exactly right. They've got to get a 1st down and make them use up all their timeouts in order to feel like they have this one in hand. That's it. That's what you want. Straight ahead positive gain. Just keep that clock ticking.
Now Rodgers. The left side completion to Jones. The Falcons going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. So 3rd down, and the Falcons going with a dime. 6 defensive backs. Back to throw, Rodgers. He finds Watson complete. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds.
Rodgers finding Watson for the Packer first.
I don't care how many times we see it. I still get a kick out of watching quarterbacks and receivers do the pass tree in pregame warm-up. But I always remember that when we go to practices, we see that after practices as well. They really tune it up, don't they?
They tune it up. They know why they do it for these situations. 1st down.
And they build that trust, and that's why they're able to find him in this type of a situation.
It's a gain of 34. So now then, the big play has them all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. Rodgers with a give. It's Aaron Jones. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. Falcons going to use their 3rd and final timeout as they get it with under a minute to go now in the football game. So they come up on second down, and they can get another run like we just saw. Would likely put an end to this thing. They'll go again to Jones. It's a gain of 7, and that should just about do it.
That's a nice run right there, able to get to the outside. And so many times defenses say, okay, we've got you hemmed in. But if you're running the football, at least you know where everyone is coming from. You don't have to worry about the backside at all. That allows you to run with a little bit more confidence as you traverse down the field.
And strong running there as he's inside the 10 and down to the 8-yard line. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down.
This has been an up and down, back and forth type of a game, hasn't it? Maybe this long drive take a little bit of the wind out of their sails, kind of settle things down a little bit.
On second down, it's Jones. And they'll get this from the 8 to the 5. Pickup of 3. Still a couple yards short of the first as the 3-yard gain brings up a third down. What a ball game this was. What an atmosphere.